Welcome to another startup and complete car documentation. What we have today is a 2017 Honda HR-V LX.
This exterior color is known by Honda as Lunar Silver Metallic.
The front door panels have storage areas with bottle holders, and you do get power windows, locks, and mirrors.
The LX trim comes with cloth seats, and this one comes in the gray interior color scheme.
The front seats of the LX are manually adjusted. But now we're going to start the engine. On the key, you've got the buttons for lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic.
Around the mid to late 2010s, a new class of vehicle began quickly blowing up in popularity in the American market, that being the subcompact crossover. They combine the efficient platform of an entry-level subcompact car with the higher seating position and increased off-road capability of an SUV, proving to be an attractive combo to buyers. Lots of these cars have been emerging onto the scene, some being brand new, and some that had already been sold internationally for many years prior. Some examples of the latter include the Ford EcoSport and this, Honda's HR-V. While the HR-V made its debut domestically for 2016, the model had actually been sold in some international markets since the late 1990s. The original HR-V was sold until 2006, but the model would return from its hiatus in the mid-2010s with an all-new second generation, and that's what we see here. As of 2023, the HR-V will be in its third generation globally, but only its second generation domestically. This 2017 we have here represents the RU codename generation HR-V, which is the second generation overall, but the first generation to be sold in North America. In North America, it was sold from model years 2016 through 2022. It is based on the platform of the Honda Fit subcompact hatchback and the Honda City, which is a subcompact sedan that's only been sold internationally. The RU generation HR-V has been sold under a couple of different names in select international markets, such as the Honda Vezel in its home country of Japan. For 2019, the HR-V got a mid-cycle refresh in North America. Said update freshened the styling up a bit and added things like a new infotainment system and a new available suite of safety features. Obviously, that makes this 2017 a pre-facelift model. But anyhow, the 2017 model year US market HR-V was offered in 3 different trim levels: LX, EX, and EXL Navi. Only one sole engine was offered across the range, that being a 141 horsepower 1.8-liter inline-four. You had 2 different drivetrains and 2 different transmissions to choose from. There's front-wheel drive and then all-wheel drive like this one, and the transmission could either be a 6-speed manual or a CVT automatic, although if you wanted a manual you had to get a front-wheel drive LX or EX. Competitors for the 17 HR-V include, but are not limited to, the Chevy Trax, Jeep Renegade, and Mazda CX-3. In Honda's US 2017 crossover lineup, the subcompact HR-V is the smallest, slotting below the compact CR-V.
So the instrument cluster houses 2 analog gauges, which are your tachometer and speedometer, and then in this third pod right here, it's all digital. Push this button to go through the display. It has a 3-spoke design multifunctional steering wheel. As for controls, right here you have your audio controls, then you have your Bluetooth controls, and your cruise control. This is a tilt and telescopic steering wheel. Your fuel door release down there. Right here you have your traction control toggle button along with your economy driving mode, and this is the button to reset your tire pressure monitoring system. You have an air vent for the driver. Right here is your exterior lighting stock, and on this side is your wiper stock. So going down the center of the interior, you got an air vent, along with your hazard light switch. Right here is your whole radio head unit, AM, FM, and you also have a CD player. This is not a touchscreen, but it is a pretty good size display, so we'll go over that a little bit later on. I do like this black piano veneer trim on the steering wheel and throughout here. Right here you have the controls for your single zone climate control, passenger airbag indicator. Now below the area right here you have a pretty good sized storage area. Then you have a power outlet, an aux port, and a USB port. You do have a backup camera when you put it in reverse. You do have an electronically operated parking brake, along with an auto brake hold. You have 2 cup holders, and you get to your center console. It is sliding. I do like the look of the interior. I like how this entire portion of the door panel is padded with this nice cloth material. I do like the look as well of the air vents, this part of the dashboard. I think it's a pretty stylish interior. Both sun visors have vanity mirrors. All 4 corners also have grab handles. And on the overhead console, you just have your overhead lighting. Here's what the radio looks like. AM and FM. Even got a CD player. Even Bluetooth audio, which is nice. Volume power, tuning, presets, the menu, so how the menu system works. And your audio settings. But now we'll take a look at the engine bay, but not before rolling down the driver's window. And the driver's window is fully automatic.
On the base LX trim, you get these nice 17-inch 5-spoke alloy rims. The US market HRV is propelled by a 1.8-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 engine. This aluminum power plant has a single overhead camshaft and 4 valves per cylinder, and it utilizes Honda's patented iVTEC technology. As for output, you're looking at 141 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 127 pound-feet of torque at 4,300 RPM. The transmission is a continuously variable automatic, or CVT. Power is sent to all four wheels of this HRV courtesy of the available all-wheel drive system. Running on regular unleaded with a 13.2-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates for all-wheel drive models are 27 mpg in the city and 31 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a torsion beam rear setup. It has four-wheel disc brakes with vented front ones. Curb weight for this one I believe is about 3,062 pounds.
Fuel cap is on the driver's side. You also have these integrated rear door handles. The rear door panels also have bottle holders. We have 60/40 split folding rear seats to aid cargo space. The front passenger seat does have a storage pocket on the back of it. We have a bottle holder and a power outlet as well for rear passengers. On this side you also have a coat hook. So I'm about 6'1", and I put the driver's seat where I would have it if I was driving, so the base of it is actually as far back as it'll go. And legroom is actually not as bad as I was thinking it would be, because my feet can fit below the seat, and legroom is not the greatest, but it's actually all right. Not too spacious back here, but I actually have a small amount of headroom. My neck doesn't have to bend down at all or anything. So this actually would be pretty decent for at least short trips. Not the most comfortable thing, but especially for smaller people, I could see this being actually a pretty decent amount of space. Single exhaust and your rear wiper.
The HRV offers 23.2 cubic feet of cargo space with the rear seats up. If you fold down the rear seats, cargo space is then increased to 57.6 cubic feet.
One thing I noticed as well, it has a very low load height. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2017 Honda HR-V. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.